There's been plenty of gaming news this week. We've got leaks, demos, sales figures, and a cardboard Nintendo Switch, which actually almost rivals the real thing for build quality. So let's take a look at those news nuggets that caught our eye this week.
First up, Eurogamer reported this week that the next Call of Duty game will be going back to franchise roots with the next installment, Call of Duty World War II. A source confirmed to Eurogamer that images of promotional art and a steelbook game case leaked onto YouTube were in fact genuine. After slowing sales of Infinite Warfare, Activision recently assured investors that COD was heading back to its roots. Sledgehammer Games expressed interest in making a World War II game back in 2014, so if the leaks are true, then it shouldn't come as much of a surprise.
So you're pretty excited about this, aren't you? You're a big COD fan,
Yeah.
of the originals at least.
Like, Call of Duty 1, awesome. Call of Duty 2, awesome. Call of Duty United Offensive, awesome. But those Call of Duties were World War II, and it's where I got my love for first-person shooters. I am quite excited. I haven't played a Call of Duty game for 7 years, I think. I'm very excited to check out what they do now with Call of Duty World War II. It's a chance to win back some of their old-time fans, the people that played the game who got the Call of Duty franchise started in the first place.
Yeah.
I can't wait to pick up the M1 Garand, the Thompson. My favourite weapon of all time from first-person shooters is the Kar 98 rifle. I'm so looking forward to what they do with. They bring back all these old weapons. Hopefully they don't bring back microtransactions with them.
There were no microtransactions in World War II.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Got you.
But there's no, one thing's for sure, there'll be no wall running, I would have thought. There'll be no
Fucking hopefully not.
jetpacks. There'll be no space. There'll be none of that bullshit. Let's just hope they strip away all that bullshit. Let's hope they're working on a new engine. Yeah. There's something fresh about it. They need to refresh the whole thing. Get people interested in Call of Duty. The gamers that they lost, they need extra, I don't know, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You sound it. You're definitely right about that, all that wall running and all that shit. They've trashed up Call of Duty in the last few years. You know, pink camouflage, kind of paint jobs on guns and all that kind of thing. They look like fucking Power Rangers, the soldiers and stuff. It's really not what it was when the series started out, so it's cool to see him go back. Definitely not a surprise, like you said in the voiceover. Yeah. All the signs point towards it, and also the success of Battlefield 1. I mean, you know, people want freshness. We're always talking about that on the channel as well. We want fresh, new things. Well, ironically enough, World War II is now a fresh, genre for a first-person shooter. So it's not a surprise, but kind of pleased to see it. The only other thing is the name. I think is pretty lazy.
World War II.
Call of Duty where is it set? World War II, innit? Just I don't know how
they've got no advanced stuff. They've got no warfare advanced or anything like that, because they're going back in time. They can't really...
War classic. Classic warfare. And that's not all Activision has been up to in the news this week. After another big game leak for Activision, they finally lifted the lid on Destiny 2 for Xbox One and PS4. Bungie announced the game with an image posted to Twitter and a teaser trailer showing the tower, Destiny's hub area, under attack from the Cabal. Although no official release date was given, a leaked poster suggests a tentative release date of September the 8th. The poster also mentions a PS4 beta that's meant to arrive on June the 4th. Destiny's very divisive. I enjoyed it. I played loads of it, and I've played through the expansions other than the last one, I think Rise of Iron or something it's called. The gameplay was so tight, the shooting was so satisfying in it. I can't explain how rewarding it was to shoot stuff in the head, and it's just they just fucking nailed it. I mean, if you speak to anyone who played a lot of Destiny, you'll get it. It's a really satisfying feedback of firing the gun, and then they just done it because they'd done it with Halo, for years and years. They knew exactly how to make a great first-person shooter, and they did do that. But it was all the stuff around it that it just wasn't good enough. The story and all that kind of thing that just fell a little bit flat. They can do it right this time. I think it's got such a big budget. Activision will just throw tons of money at Destiny just in the same way as they do with Call of Duty, and hopefully this time it'll be a little bit more cohesive and it'll have a proper story, and they will have learned all of the many lessons that they should have learned after the first one.
Next up, despite all the controversy surrounding Mass Effect Andromeda, it's off to an incredibly strong launch in the UK. EA's latest entry in the long-running sci-fi RPG series debuted at number 1 in the UK charts this week, beating Ghost Recon and LEGO Worlds for the top spot. The majority of Andromeda's physical sales were on console, with a 55% share on PS4 and 51% share on Xbox One, with the other 4% obviously on PC. Not bad after kicking up such a stinker of a storm for its dodgy animations and voice acting. Now, we should note that these figures are from physical only, so it doesn't count Origin or down. digital. That's why
Yeah.
PC numbers are 4% so low.
Also this week, we saw the welcome return of demos for at least 3 big titles. Final Fantasy XIV has had the time restriction on its free trial removed, and players can now freely play the MMO up to level 35 as a taster of sorts, probably in a bid to generate new interest in the game in time for the upcoming expansion, Stormblood. Also, Ubisoft announced The Division will receive a 6-hour timed trial with a few restrictions. Players will only be able to reach level 8, but they can play co-op and explore the world map, and any progress made in the trial will carry over to the full game. Last but not least, Mafia 3 is getting a demo on PC and consoles to celebrate the launch of its first story expansion. The demo features the entire first act of the game, and progress will transfer to the full version.
That's an interesting move because Mafia 3 is one of those games where if you play it and get hooked on the story, you're likely to want to play it more. I mean, I enjoyed Mafia 3 from all its critics saying that it was repetitive. Yeah, the gameplay does get repetitive, but the story was strong enough. The voice acting and the facial animations, it gripped me and it saw me through to the completion of the game.
Good setting, wasn't it? Good music
It was nice.
and all that. It was quite cool.
Soundtrack was the best soundtrack of any game ever, if you ask me, but that's just me. And finally this week, there was a kid who really, really wanted a Switch, but his mum wouldn't buy one for him, so he decided to manufacture his own out of cardboard. Twitter user Frey Armour posted a video of her little brother's cardboard Switch complete with cardboard games cartridges, Joy-Cons and a docking station. The cardboard Joy-Cons even clip onto the side of the cardboard Switch just like actual Joy-Cons would on a real Switch. Frey Armour said her brother is in the 5th grade and dreams of making video games in the future.
This is awesome.
This is very awesome.
Fucking cool.
And one wonders whether he has the same issue with the left Joy-Con as regular Nintendo Switch use.
Mate, his left Joy-Con's fucked unless he gets a bit of foam.
Yeah, I wonder if he's had that foam bit in there.
No, it's cool. I mean, there's some obvious jokes to make here about which we have made about it.
But the build quality being better than the actual Switch.
Yeah. But and I wonder if his screen's going to get scratched in his dock and all that kind of stuff. But this is like really cool, and it's also like a genius way to get your parents to buy you a console.
Bad blackmail.
It's like, look how cute this is, Mum. Look at this.
I'm pining so badly for this product. I made my own version out of cardboard.
I'm so sad getting the creative genius out of him through emotion.
Yeah, you kind of don't want to give this guy a Nintendo Switch. You kind of want to give him like different tools to create. Exactly, yeah.
Course or something, yeah.
Some Lego or something. And that is it for this week's news roundup from us. What caught your eye in the news today? Any comments on anything that we've covered? Let us know down in the comment section below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Check out some more of our content on the screen around about here. And we will see you again next time. Bye for now.